Hi guys, I'm Paul. Today we're going to have a look at what's in the box of one of the newest additions to our ultrasonic thickness gauge range, the RFG 4000. So here we have the RFG 4000 case. So the RFG 4000, the 2000 and the 4000 DL all come in this very convenient little handy carry case. That's very good if you're going to be throwing it around the back of your truck or in a toolbox or something. So inside everything's foam filled to protect everything. The first thing we have here is the user manual. Now, because these are all made in the US, this means that this is actually written in English, proper English, as opposed to some of those bad translations manuals you sometimes get when you buy things over the internet. We also have a certificate of conformance from the manufacturer, and then inside we've got everything you're going to need. So here we've got the gauge, we've got some couplant, and we've got a probe. So when you have a look at the gauge itself, it's a nice solid construction, fits nicely in your hand. It's aluminium, which gives it a nice solid feel. It's also going to take quite a bit of punishment. Now we know this from experience. We have a few customers that have these and really put them through the ringer, and they come back quite dirty, but it's very hard to break. Now we've also gone for this bright color, which makes it easy to see. If you're in a dark workshop or it's all covered in grease or things like that, so you don't leave it behind. It's also got rubber seals, making it quite waterproof. It'll take a fair bit of, once again, it's going to take a fair bit of punishment, so you don't have to worry about it getting splashed on, things like that. On the top here, we've got the probe connections. We've also got this zero block. So this is also doubles as the battery cover. So inside there's just two AA batteries. But this is the block that's used to do the probe zero calibration. Now, when we look at the rest of the case, we've got some Echo Ultrasonic couplant. Now, Echo Ultrasonics is one of the new brands we stock. This is replaced the Sonotec couplant in our range. Ultrasonics is the replacement for Ultragel 2. And in here we've also got a 5 MHz probe. Now 5 MHz is the standard, it is sort of the most general purpose, but there are other probes available. So here we have the 5 MHz 1/4 inch. We also have things like 1 MHz probes, high temperature probes, larger diameters, all sorts of things. Once again, this will come with a certificate for the probe itself. So using the gauge is very simple. Turn it on, plug the probe in, doesn't matter which way it goes in, and just power on. See, it's a nice big display, it makes everything very clear. First thing you need to do is a probe zero, so I just need a little bit of couplant on this. So just push the probe against the probe zero block on the top here. Press probe zero. That is calculating the delay in the probe. From there, we just need a calibration block. We can see very clearly that it works very easily. Now at the moment I have that set to a velocity of 5,919 meters per second, which is pretty much right for steel. You can adjust the velocity manually if you need to, so that's 5930. And then it's just a matter of making measurements. That's 20 mil, 15. You can also do calibrations based on the cal block. So you press it against the cal block, press the cal button, you then tell the gauge the thickness of the calibration sample, and it will calibrate the velocity to match that. And once again, put it on there, make some measurements. It is seriously that simple. So we also have some other options. Here we have the RFG 2000. Now this is very similar to the 4000, however it has a preset velocity. So it's locked to carbon steel at 5,920 meters per second. Now this means it can only be used on carbon steel, but it makes it very, very simple to use. There's a lot less settings involved. If you have someone that doesn't really deal with thickness gauges a lot, and they're only measuring steel, this is ideal for what you want. The other version is the RFG 4000 DL, which is similar to this. It has data logging, so it will record up to 1,000 measurements. It also has an alarm mode, so you can preset it with a minimum and maximum. If it goes outside of that range, it's going to give you a visual and audio alarm. Now, all three versions are all made in the US. They all come with 5-year warranties on the gauge, and they're all exclusive to Russell Fraser sales. So if you'd like any more information, please feel free to contact us. Alternatively, you can have a look at our website.